Hey friends, welcome back to my channel. So, hi Jelly Bean. I just saw this trend on Bookstagram that seems like really fun. So, we're gonna make it into a video. Basically, on Bookstagram, what they're doing is they're getting all the books that have people's names in the title. So, I know that I have something about Ella Black over there. The Truths and Lies of Ella Black. I'm going to get all of them together. You're probably going to see it in like fast forward while I listen to an audiobook. And then we're going to sit down and I'm going to tell you what I know about these books. I don't know if it's a good idea or not, but you know what? I'm doing it. So enjoy this like little montage of me going through all my books. Okay, so the whole point of this challenge was to grab all the books that have names in the titles for this Bookstagram challenge. So I might actually take a couple of pictures and post one to Instagram because why the heck not? So, the first one I have is Abraham Lincoln, Vampire Hunter by Seth Grahame-Smith. So, Abraham Lincoln is a vampire hunter. I've learned that I really like alternate history books. So this one seems fun, but at the same time I'm a little nervous to read this one. I'm not sure if I'm gonna love it. I want to, but I'm not sure I will. Then there's Marley and Me by John Gorgon. I haven't read this yet, and there's a reason that I can't share with you because I'm not allowed to right now. But it's Marley and Me. It's about a puppy, and I'm sure it's gonna break my heart because all the books about dogs break your heart. Ophelia and the Marvelous Boy by Karen Foxley. One of the only middle grade that I still have on my TBR shelf. The Mary Shelley Club. This one I have read. It's a YA thriller that takes place at like a boarding school, and they have these fear tests, and it's creepy, and it was pretty good. I gave it 5 stars. I recommend it. Emily Dickinson envelope poems. So it's literally poems that she wrote on envelopes. I like Emily Dickinson, so. Then there's Jay's Gay Agenda by Jason June. This is on my 30 before 30, and my friend gave it to me. It's LGBT plus representation. I think it's a YA male romance. Oh, there's a list on the inside. Ooh, I like that. 1. Meet another gay kid. 2. Fall in love with a boy. 3. Lose my virginity. After the Death of Anna Gonzalez, this by Terry Fields. This is a poetry collection in which Anna Gonzalez commits suicide, and this is everyone around her's reaction. Funny story, Terry Fields is actually a teacher in Phoenix, Arizona, or at least she used to be. I think she is still a teacher, but every page is a different student or faculty member. There's one from the principal, from her teacher, from her friends, and from people that didn't like her, but that's what that one's about. Then there's I Killed Zoe Sopranos by Kit Frick. This was one of my favorite reads in January of 2021. This is a YA thriller about this girl named Anna who, at the very beginning of the story, is confessing to killing Zoe Sopranos. And through flashbacks, you kind of see what happened to Zoe. And there's a podcast element, a true crime podcast element, and it's just wonderful. I gave it 5 out of 5 stars. Then there's Cujo by Stephen King, which is about a killer dog. Becoming Chloe by Catherine Ryan Hyde. I have yet to read this, but it's a road trip book. Follows this girl named Chloe, I'm assuming. Here Lies Daniel Tate by Kristen Terrell. This is about this teenage boy named Daniel Tate who comes back to his childhood home to find his family because he was abducted when he was 10. But the only thing is, he's not really Daniel Tate. He is a different 16-year-old boy who looks kind of similar. Those aren't spoilers. That's all on the back. Parker by Richard Stark. This is a movie that I really enjoyed, so I kind of wanted to read the book. But I think he's like an assassin or a spy. It's a bank heist gone bad. Charlie and the Chocolate Factory by Roald Dahl. This is the only Roald Dahl that I still have on my shelf. I have read that, really like it. I kind of want to read the second one in the series, the Charlie and the Glass Elevator. I think that's what it's called. But I'm not sure anything is ever gonna like come even close to this. The Truth and Lies of Ella Black by Emily Barr. Haven't read it. It's some kind of YA thriller. Molly's Game by Molly Bloom. This is about Molly Bloom, who in the 90s, I want to say, she was one of the best She was the best female con artist of the 90s. The collected poems of Emily Dickinson, just more poetry from Emily Dickinson. I told you I love her. And I got both of these, this and the envelope poems, from one of my brother-in-laws for Christmas. And there's The Miseducation of Cameron Post. It's a YA coming-of-age novel. Cinderella by Melissa Lemon is a retelling of Cinderella. Still Alice by Lisa Genova is a book about this woman named Alice who is losing her memories and kind of her mind due to early onset dementia, which is something I wanted to learn more about. Red Riding Hood, which is another retelling of Little Red Riding Hood. These two are both part of the Dexter series. There's Darkly Dreaming Dexter and Dexter is Delicious by Jeff Lindsay. He's a serial killer, but he only kills bad people, and he works for the Miami Police Department as a blood spatter expert. Dorothy Must Die by Danielle Page. This is the first in the Dorothy Must Die series. It's Wizard of Oz retelling. The Extraordinary Adventures of Alfred Krupp by Rick Yancey. It's a middle grade fantasy series. I think it's a series. Then there's Something Happened to Allie Greenleaf by Haley Krishker. This follows Allie Greenleaf, who gets raped at a party, and this is the aftermath of that. Then there's How to Marry Keanu Reeves in 90 Days by K.M. Jackson. This was my book of the month pick for this month, and I haven't read it, but it's like this road trip trying to stop Keanu Reeves' wedding because this girl knows that Keanu Reeves wants to marry her because she wants to marry him. Then there is The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue by V.E. Schwab. If you don't know what Addie LaRue is about, then you're not interested. So, and the last one is Hannibal by Thomas Harris, which is the second or third in the Hannibal Lecter series. It has Red Dragon, Hannibal, The Silence of the Lambs, and Hannibal 2, I think. But I'm not sure what order they're supposed to go in, so there's that. Okay, so I actually only had 28 books that have names in them, but I still feel like that's a lot. So thank you so much for hanging out with me. I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to give it a big thumbs up. Like this video for my mommy. And if you love the constant interruptions from this little guy, then please subscribe, because he is in almost all of my videos. Not by choice, just because that's how he is. Thank you so much for hanging out with us. Don't forget, thumbs up and subscribe. I will catch you in the next video. Why are you just staring at yourself on the camera, you weirdo?